The Fisherman and the Magic Fish. Once upon a time, in a small seaside village nestled between rolling green hills and the sparkling blue ocean, there lived a kind-hearted fisherman named Thomas. His life, though simple, was filled with purpose and quiet joy. Every morning, as golden rays of sunlight kissed the waves, Thomas would row his small wooden boat into the vast expanse of the ocean. With each cast of his well-worn net, he hoped to catch enough fish to feed his family and bring smiles to their faces. Thomas lived with his wife and 2 children in a tiny, weathered cottage that could barely keep out the drumming rain or cold winds. Yet, despite their struggles, love and laughter filled their little home. Thomas was grateful for all he had, but deep down, he often wished for a better life for his family. One fateful morning, as the first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of amber and rose, Thomas rowed to his favorite fishing spot, where the sea whispered its secrets. With practiced hands, he cast his net into the shimmering depths and waited. Moments passed slowly until a sudden mighty tug jolted him. A big catch today, he thought, his excitement rising. He pulled with all his strength, his palms red from the rope, until the net surfaced. To his astonishment, caught within was the most wondrous sight he had ever seen: a golden fish, scales glittering with the brilliance of sunlight dancing on water. The fish's eyes glowed with wisdom, seeming to peer straight into Thomas's heart. Before he could make sense of it, the fish spoke. Its voice was melodic and soothing like a lullaby carried on the breeze. "Please, kind fisherman, release me. I am no ordinary fish. I am a magic fish. If you let me go, I will grant you one wish as a token of my gratitude." Thomas blinked, his mind spinning. A talking fish. Magic, you say? Though he was tempted by the promise of a wish, his kind heart prevailed. "I don't want anything in return," he said earnestly. "Go back to the sea and be free." But the fish flicked its sparkling tail, its soft voice a gentle plea. "Such generosity deserves to be rewarded. Please, think of a wish, anything at all." Thomas hesitated. He thought of his family's small, leaky cottage and their struggles through each harsh season. "Well, if I must, I wish for a strong, cozy house where my family can stay safe and warm." The fish's eyes twinkled. "It is done. Return home and see." With one last splash of its golden tail, the magical fish disappeared into the azure waves. Thomas rowed back to shore, his heart brimming with curiosity and hope. When the rickety old cottage came into view, his breath caught. In its place stood a lovely stone house with large windows framed by bright, blooming flowers. The sturdy roof gleamed in the sunlight, a promise of comfort and safety. His family rushed out, their faces glowing with happiness. "Thomas, what magic is this?" his wife exclaimed. Thomas explained his miraculous encounter with the magic fish. His children listened wide-eyed, and his wife, though overjoyed, began to wonder aloud. "A magic fish, you say? If it can grant one wish, why not more? Imagine what else we could ask for. A mansion, perhaps, or servants." The next morning, at his wife's gentle urging, Thomas returned to the sea. He stood at the water's edge and called softly, magic fish, come to me. I have another wish, as you can see." The ocean rippled, glowing as the golden fish appeared. "You have returned, kind fisherman. What is it you desire now?" it asked, its voice still calm, though its eyes seemed to search his soul. "My wife wishes for a grand mansion," Thomas said reluctantly, "with servants and a garden filled with beauty." The fish tilted its shimmering head. "It is done. Return home." When Thomas reached the shore, he saw a magnificent mansion standing in place of their stone house. Its tall spires gleamed, servants hurried about their tasks, and flowers filled the vast gardens, their sweet fragrance wafting in the breeze. His wife was radiant with joy as she twirled in her silk gown, yet her happiness was fleeting. Within days, discontent crept into his wife's heart. "Why stop here?" she mused aloud. "Why have only a mansion when we could be rulers of the land? Think of the power, the riches." Thomas sighed deeply. He loved his wife dearly, but he feared the consequences of asking for too much. Still, he returned to the sea, calling with the same refrain, magic fish, come to me. I have another wish, as you can see." The fish appeared, though its golden scales shimmered less brightly. "What is it now, kind fisherman?" Thomas hesitated, guilt weighing heavy in his heart. "My wife wishes to be queen." The fish's eyes darkened. "It shall be as you ask. Return home." This time, Thomas found a grand palace of marble and gold, towering over the land. His wife now wore a crown encrusted with jewels and gazed at her reflection with pride. But with her new power came new demands. "We have the palace and the throne, but why stop here?" his wife insisted one evening. "Why not wish to rule the entire world?" Thomas's heart ached. "Haven't we been blessed enough? The magic fish warned us to ask wisely." But his wife refused to listen. So once more, with heavy steps, Thomas sought the sea. Magic fish, come to me. I have another wish, as you can see." When the fish appeared, its glow was faint, its voice tinged with weariness. "What is it now, fisherman?" "My wife wishes to rule the entire world," Thomas admitted, his voice heavy with regret. The fish stared at him for a long moment. "Greed knows no bounds," it said solemnly. "You have tipped the scales of balance. Return home and see what you have brought upon yourself." With a flick of its tail, the fish vanished. When Thomas returned to shore, his hands trembled, dreading what he might find. The palace was gone, replaced once again by their old weather-beaten cottage. His wife sat on the ground. Her crown and silk robes vanished. She wept bitterly. "Oh, Thomas, we had everything, and now it's all gone," she cried. Thomas knelt beside her and took her hand. His voice was gentle but firm. "We lost sight of what mattered. We forgot to be grateful for what we had. The magic fish gave us many chances, but even magic cannot satisfy endless greed." From that day forward, Thomas and his wife embraced their simple life with open hearts. They worked hard to fix their roof, enjoyed their family meals, and shared laughter under the same humble stars. Although the magic fish was never seen again, its lesson remained forever etched in their hearts, that true wealth lies in gratitude and togetherness. The end.